Yeah. Now that I think about it, that might not be a good idea for my Wi-Fi or my Ethernet. Apparently, I don't know what the heck is wrong with this place. Hey, everybody who's probably not here yet, but will soon join. Come back. Let's have a glass. It's
I think everyone wanting the mod.
Really good co-host, huh? That's bad. Boy.
Oh, did you remember to change the microphone setting in OBS?
We did! Oh wait, shit. It's back. It's back? Well, it still says Snowball's picking up stuff. Oh! It's still on Snowball! Hold on.
I'm pretty sure I'm the only one here who's supposed to have a snowball right now.
I have a snowball somewhere around here, but it's not the one I'm using.
So that's 3 out of 4 of us here who own snowballs. Wow. I guess they make one heck of a good mic.
Okay, Bronny, how's the audio now? I switched the OBS to Yeti. Because I still had it selected on Blue Ball. I mean, Snowball! Yes, the Blue Ball, the thing you're gonna be, if you, Bronny, if you don't shut the hell up.
Audio's good now.
Thank you! So, for anyone who cares, this is what we were working on last week. It's gonna be Trixie. We got her body all done. She looks pretty good. I think she looks really good. We've got some sparkly purple button eyes. Hopefully my camera will focus. Oh yes, that is very cute. And I gave her a neck. Yeah.
Oh, neck.
Holy shit.
It actually holds up her head.
I think I put, I didn't, yeah, I think I put a chapstick in there or something. Actually, no, I didn't.
Nice.
Wow.
So already it's better than the design from the officially MLP.
All right. It's a little bit of a trick getting her to stand up. Don't put her on a smooth surface, but if you put her on like a little piece of cloth, her feet gain traction and she can stand all by herself.
Nice.
Like, I wish I had something to demonstrate with that I could hold, other than my hands. My hands are slippery. But, yeah. We're gonna finish her up tonight. Gonna put a horn on her. Gonna put some hair. I wasn't gonna bother with the cutie mark because that is just a bitch with crochet. And after that, I'm hoping to put this Trixie plush handmade on eBay, on auction. That's gonna help me pay off some of this debt I got from my poor sick kitty and the car repairs I had to make this weekend. So, I'm not expecting too much, but anything helps. I think I might start it at, what do you guys think, $30?
Sure. I mean, how long did that take you?
A couple streams. So, like, it took like 2 streams, if you include this one. So that, and
I'd say, yeah, 30 would be a minimum then.
Yeah, my, I said 30 because, actually, I've been commissioned by one of Bronny's great friends, Brian, because he saw my plights, to make a plushie, which I'll start working on if we finish up Trixie early. But, I started a commission for him, and he said I won't pay anything less than $30 because I was gonna charge him something way less, like half of that. And I'm like, you know what? I'll take it. I work hard on stuff, and I really need the money right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, thanks, Brian. So that's what we're gonna do, people. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm starting at 30. I'm hoping to get maybe just a little bit more, and I think I'm gonna make more plushies, push them out, and put them all on auction. And we'll see how much that helps with things.
Yeah.
And if you can't buy it, please just, share the information with people that, like, hey, this person is making stuff to pay off debt for cat and car trouble.
There's Dick Kitty.
The big old CCs, the cat and the car, the 2 most important things.
I care more about the cat.
I thought the most important things in life were the 5 B's.
Dare I ask?
Beers, booze, and beans?
I thought you said you watched Devil Artemis.
What was that? Devil Artemis? I don't recognize that at all.
Yes. The Source filmmaker animations with Perfect Cell and Kermit the Frog.
Oh my god, I haven't watched all of them. I'm not up to date. Like, whenever I see one, I watch it, and there's a few I've watched a few times because they're really funny, but I have not watched all of them.
Alright. Well, I'll show you the clip after the stream, because I'm not going to be able to get the delivery right on what the 5Bs are.
I'm just imagining, and I'm sure it's great. Frickin' I love Kermit and Perfect Cell. They're funny as hell. That's what I like about Dragon Ball is the abridged shit. I've watched so little of the fucking actual shit. Though
Have you seen their Hellsing abridged series?
Oh yes, of course I have. I loved Hellsing. And I've actually watched
That
Hellsing.
was a 70-inch plasma screen TV.
So, how are you? I loved it. I love the actual series too, so that was twofold. And I think that's how I discovered Team 4-Star. It's some.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, you go first.
Just someone in the chat asked why not use Etsy. Does Etsy have like bidding?
I don't think they do. Hold on, my camera needs to focus. I do have things on Etsy. I have a store. Well, I've been told I don't charge enough, but just if you want to buy stuff, buy it. It's super cheap. Most of my stuff is like $5, and I charge $5 for shipping. That's all I need. But like, yeah, they don't have like an auction or kind of thing, and my thing is to like raise as much money as possible within a little amount of time, and I can't produce like a bazillion tiny Ewoks or whatever the hell I have, or little like rainbow monkeys. So yeah, for auctioning I'm gonna use eBay because that's one of the few sites I know that does that, and I already have an account. So I'll probably list this thing either after the stream or tomorrow morning. And how long do you guys think I should have the auction for?
Oh gosh, I'm not the person to ask.
Me neither.
I can
A
ask
week?
somebody.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
You know what? I'll ask Dusty. Dusty knows these things. He knows about auctions.
Oh yeah, please. I would love that. I trust his judgment. He seems smart.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, who do I know that knows about auctions? Wait a minute.
Yeah. If he can retweet my shit, that'd be great too. Bronny says 2 weeks. I don't know, that feels rather long to me.
That seems long. But then again, I don't know what I'm talking about.
I don't know either, girl. I have some video games, old video games, that I'm going to sell too. So, if you guys are interested in some Xbox 360 games, I have an NFL game. I was just, like, Madden 07. I was just selling that because I don't like football games. And the Gears of War. I think it was Gears of War 2. Yeah, it's the first Gears of War. First Gears of War. I'm selling that one because I already had a copy and someone bought me a gift bought me it as a gift for one of my birthdays, and I didn't want to be rude and be like, oh, I already have this, so I just kept it for years and years, but I don't need it, so I'm just gonna sell it.
Okay.
Smart.
Yeah, so I'll sell these video games, and plushies, I'll crochet a bunch. Guys, don't forget that I also draw. It's not freaking ultra awesome, but I can draw stuff. So there's that too.
Yes, she's a better artist than I am, so.
Yeah,
That's a very low bar, but.
I think I can draw some cute stuff.
Yes.
Obviously, no NSFW. Not because I have anything morally against it, but because I can't draw penises without them being hilarious.
Unless you want a hilarious penis, in which case, there you go.
Oh yeah, I'll draw you a funny dildo. It's my cat we're talking.
Magic wants to know, how do we buy those?
Like my plushies? I assume he means?
I think he's referring to your drawings, but does not specify.
Oh, so if you want to talk to me about commissioning art, either go to my DeviantArt or my Twitter. My Twitter's linked in the description of the streams, but my DeviantArt, it's like if you go to my YouTube channel, there's also a link for it. If you guys need it, I will link it in the chat. Just ask me if you want my DeviantArt. You DM me. We can talk commissions. We can talk commission prices if you want art. For plushies, again, this is going to be on eBay. I have an Etsy shop named Simply a Rarity. Also, it's going to be, like, if you go, again, to my channel, there's going to be that tab with all my links. There's an Etsy, there's a DeviantArt, there's a Patreon. Patreon, you could also support me on Patreon, if you like. I'll get that money pretty soon because the end of the month's coming. So if you guys want to support me for, you know, just for a little bit, like, that'd be fine too. I don't encourage it if you don't want the commitment. That's totally fine. One-time donations are fine. Or if you can't donate or buy anything off me, just spread the word. That should help enough. No pressure on anybody. We're all just trying our best here. Brian, did you check the laundry?
The PayPal link in your description of the stream is still broken.
Is it? Because my friend Juanita was able to use it.
It says Heather Bloss. Is that correct? Princess Heather Bloss?
That is correct. I can highlight it and right-click, open it in a new tab. I think the reason it's not a link by default, it appears that there's a space in front of the URL.
Maybe I can fix that.
It does look like there's a space.
Let me see if I can... Oh, I can't do it right now. Oh, can I? PayPal. There's a space in it? Where?
At the very beginning.
I have affected it. So, at some point, check that again. I don't know if it, like...
Reloading page.
Yeah, exactly. It's like hitting the refresh button.
Nope.
I wonder why that doesn't work.
Oh, you know what? It's probably because the HTTPS:// isn't in front of it.
Oh, freaking... can you paste that in chat, and I will paste that in front of there and see if that helps. You know what worked for Juanita? I think she copied the URL and pasted it into her little bar.
Yeah, that's what I did to get to it.
Okay.
Yeah, so it does work. It's just not like highlighted blue, so people can easily click on it.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's right. Stuff is default blue.
Yes.
I have an extension that messes with the appearance of my YouTube, so all the links and everything appear green for me.
Oh, that's cool.
I like that.
I think I did that once, like making everything pink. And I'm like, look, I love pink, but even I think this is obnoxious.
Well, it's mostly black. It's just like links, channel names, hover-overs, that kind of stuff that turns green.
Alright, I put the thing in front of it. See if that works for you.
Reloading page. Yes! It's magic! It's
okay,
blue.
so if anyone wants to donate
or green,
to me...
depending on your settings.
If anyone wants to donate to me directly, go ahead, click that link. But you don't have to. It's okay. It's okay if you don't have the money.
Do the thing, people.
It's okay. It's just to help.
You must be assertive, Heather.
I
demand all of your money bills.
Dude, I know how it feels to not be able to help somebody not have the money. So, like, you know, if you don't have the money, it's cool. Spread the link around. But yes, I definitely appreciate anything. My kitty is my world. Also, Brownie's there, too, I guess. He's gonna come in.
So I'm going to post this in the Discord chat.
Oh, I forgot to post the stream around.
Oop, go ahead.
I'm a freaking... I forgot to post the stream around. I'm a freaking tard.
Oh.
I'm a genius. Just a freaking genius. Well, yeah, we're not that far into it, so it's not too late.
Yeah, it's fine.
Emerald, did you put it in your chat already?
What was that?
Did you put it in your Discord server already?
Yes, it's in the announcements channel, and actually I found a fancier form of the rotating light GIF to let people know that you occasionally swear.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Occasionally. More like constantly.
Depends on how much Brawny is around.
I have to show off. I have to show a little bit of dominance.
I put it in my server too. Not that that helps much, but
It'll help enough. Just spreading it around helps, you know. And I'll probably make more money off of commissions and stuff. And I prefer that I earn it, you know. And that I it would be nice to have
then I'm gonna be the one to be like, just throw her money, people.
Look, she's
like,
dancing.
I know you
just
don't want to
throw
e-bag, but I'll e-bag for you. Throw her money.
Oh, Brownie, don't you start.
Uh-oh, what is he doing?
You check the chat.
Oh no.
Oh no.
And the first thing I said was fuck!
Fun fact, I asked Heather not to cuss so much around my family when they came to visit a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, like I did an
I
actual
appreciate
very good job at not cussing in front of them, but like after, like the first day after we were done visiting them in their hotel room, we go into our car, he starts driving, and I just, after a little period of silence, I just go, fuck! And he goes, you need it out of your system? And I'm like, yeah, it feels weird.
They're channeling the spirit of the angry video game nerd.
Dude, I am the spirit. I don't need nobody. I curse myself. But yeah,
Well, I'm saying that because AVGN is particularly known for constructing long, unnecessary sentences full of cussing to describe awful video games.
well, yes, how
Then
else?
there's also the Elder Swear.
Whoa.
One in Black gets it.
What a shitload of fuck! That's good, my good buddy.
Nice.
Charles B asked, would Ronnie be the type to threaten anyone who wants to date his daughter, in your opinion? Yes, but under the right circumstances. He might be open to the first suitor that comes around to date Knife, but he'll be pretty suspicious, and once they show any sign of wavering, he goes, alright, get out of my house, you tomcat. She's too good
Well,
for you. I know she's a diabetic little demon, but she can do better.
Well, it's not like she's gonna get knocked up, so...
That's not the point. We don't want her to be used and abused.
Wait, would Brody be the kind to say she could do better, or turn to the boyfriend and say you could do better?
Nah, he'd never say that about my kitty, and if he did, I'd kill him and then divorce him.
I know, I was like, he might say that, but only knowing that Heather would slaughter him ruthlessly.
Yeah.
We got a horn
Honestly,
on.
I don't think Brody's the kind who would say anything. He would just be polishing his somber armor when they came for the first visit.
Yeah, right?
Would that be intimidating or just confusing?
Slowly sharpening his sword.
Oh, Bronny's actually right. He says in the chat, Knife was picking fights with a stray cat through the glass door the other day. She was. We have an
That doesn't
exercise...
surprise me. She hates other cats.
She does. Like, we have an exercise room that, like, you go out to it, there's one brick wall, and the rest of it is just glass doors for walls. And, of course, we locked it and stuff. Nothing was open. She just walked in. We're like, you know what? Let her explore that. She hasn't been in that area of the house. Let her smell around. And we just suddenly hear, like, meowing outside. Like, not close enough to where we think it's her. And then we just hear her hiss, and we go over to check on her, and she's just standing in the middle of the room looking out. And we hear, like, meowing far away, and it's like, are you really picking with someone right now? We take her out of the room and bring her back, like, into the main house. This freaking cat. I can't believe her sometimes.
Yeah, so she's an only child. I don't know if you're aware.
Yeah. She is. Which is a real
Fish,
shame.
which she seems to be okay with. Because I don't think she knows Spoon is there.
But I don't know, yeah, she still hasn't really acknowledged its existence. She just like, it's just a loud water thing. I don't think that's like a person.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, that's not a living thing. That's like a projection of some, like, meditative...
It's like, I'm sure that's just like what my master drinks out of. Maybe she's like those water fountains you can give cats that are shaped like flowers.
Ah, yes.
I don't get it, but, you know, cool.
It's for cats who... There are cats out there who only drink running water.
That's a little weird.
They're weird, but they exist.
Like
So
those
I think
human
it's for
beings
them.
that only drink Fiji water.
Yeah, something like that, yes.
They're like, I want the freshest of water, bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Knife
If you need smart water, it's not working.
Haha.
freaking Knife, she has like 2 water bowls now. She has like a water bowl in the kitchen and a water bowl in the laundry room, which I haven't had to refill. Like, there's just so much water. She's never going thirsty.
That's good. That does mean that she's probably managing her diabetes.
Yeah, she's like, oh man, I don't have to walk all the way from A to Z. Like, that probably explains why she usually stays. Get out of here. Oh, I thought it was a bug. It's a fuzzy.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, I see the fuzzy.
I thought it was a moth. Or a mosquito. Those fuckers, they like me a little too much. I'm not cool with that. But, yeah, she usually sticks in this side of the house near my office, the hallways, our room, and the kitchen. And maybe she'll peek out into the dining room and walk in to see, like, hey, what you eating? But, Yeah, she doesn't really. She does sleep on the couch sometimes, but she mainly stays over here, and it's probably because the quick access to water and the freaking litter box is over there too.
We've got a question from Charles B. Has Bonnie given Knife insulin shots before?
Yes, I taught him how, and he is. I think he's actually better at it than me.
Well, excuse me. Okay. I think I'm done.
Tight?
Yes, sorry. Does he have the same fear of needles that you do?
He does not. Bronny ain't afraid of that stuff. He cut his hand open with a sword.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So yeah,
He got his hand over the sword, wanted
Oh,
to
yeah.
tape it shut.
we switch it off, but yeah, he's really good at it. So I'm not too worried if I ever I think I have left him alone like once. I'll be like, "Can you give her insulin real quick?" Like I was running around doing something, and he's like, "Yeah, I can do it." And like he had to sit down and do it. He's like, "Oh man, I can't believe you would just do it by yourself all the time." And I'm like, "Me and Sweetie, yeah, we freaking just put her on your lap, just hold her there and do your thing."
Yeah.
But yeah, he's good at it. He's very good.
Listen, Cat, I need to stab you, and it's probably gonna hurt a little bit. Now, it can either hurt a little bit or hurt a lot. It's up
Hurt
to
a
you.
lot. It's up to you. Yeah.
Yeah, freaking, he says that to Knife every time. It's like, "Knife, it's time to get stabbed!" every time.
Yeah.
But it is nice that it's down to once a day now. It means we always try to rush back home on a day where, we have to, every day before we had to, make sure we were home at a certain time to give her insulin. But now it's just, just do that thing in the morning, and then the rest of the day, you don't gotta worry about it. I mean, we're not gonna come down, dead late. We have to feed her still, but, it's...
Right.
We don't feel as paranoid.
Mm-hmm. Also, hi, drinking buddy. Yes, we are talking about kitties.
Yes, my poor kitty who needed to go to emergency vet this week because of a seizure. Her blood sugar was very dangerously low. Surprising, I know, but she's doing better. She had to stay overnight, and I of course have to do a follow-up vet visit almost the day after, and another vet visit on Monday to determine her blood sugar. And also, I'm gonna have to buy her a kit for testing blood sugar at home. But she's doing better. I just need to raise some funds to help pay off the debt I'm accruing, keeping her in good condition. So anyways, it was my birthday this week. Did you guys know that?
Yes.
It was.
The
was gonna
universe
join
has
you
a
for
funny
your-
sense of humor about your birthday present.
It's like God
I was
saying...
gonna join you for your birthday stream, but you didn't have one.
I didn't have one because of this internet problem. It's been, yeah, I had to, on the actual day of my birthday, on Monday, we had to have an internet guy come in. We've gone through, 3 routers, and we went through cords. It's like we didn't know what the problem was. Probably just Spectrum, if you ask me.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yay, oligopolies.
I know, right? So it's been tough. I really don't like that, too, because I need as much Patreon money as I can get right now.
Yeah. Throw her money, or retweet, or both. Do both.
Yes.
Oh gosh.
Freaking, I did have a good time the day before my birthday, because of course I was like, oh, let's celebrate my birthday either the weekend before or after, and we decided the weekend before. Brian took me to a barcade called Arcade Monsters. I had a great time, because we knew a chick that worked in the kitchen. She got us, a couple free drinks and stuff. I had, they made too many shots for one thing that our friend ordered, so I had, 3, and it was great. We're playing a whole bunch of classic video games. I played Neon Dragon, and I played Frogger a lot. They had the Halo rail shooting game, and I couldn't play it because it was just so full, but I played a lot of other fun games. Retro games are fun. I love drinking, and I love gaming. 2 of my favorite things combined. And Bronny got me the My Little Pony Kabuki dolls, like Pinkie Pie and Rarity. That was super cool. And he ordered me a Pinkie Pie coin bank, because I had one, but it broke. So he got me a new one.
No.
I know, right? And my older sister, sent me a cake decorating kit, which I super appreciate. I actually love baking, and I love decorating cakes. If anyone has seen me on Twitter, made my own birthday cake this year. It was like a strawberry cake with chocolate frosting, and I decorated it as best I could with what little tools I'd collected. But yeah, now I have a big cool one, and so next birthday, which will be Brownie Bucks, I will be making him a very cool cake.
Nice.
And he knows I'm excited for it.
As you should be.
I'm putting streaks of like, cause Trixie's hair is kind of like 2 shades. Like one of those colors in her hair kind of looks like a silver blue. So I'm using like a white and like a baby blue to get that kind of multicolor feel.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Someone asked, can you plug your PayPal me link? It is in the description of the video. It's https:// because apparently that's super important.
Emerald put it in. Thank you, Emerald.
Thank you. Oh, I didn't know that. Last time I tried to put a link in YouTube chat, it wouldn't let me.
Are you modded on the channel?
Oh, I didn't try on this channel. I just mean in general.
Oh.
But probably not. I don't know. I haven't checked.
I've never had
links only work if you're a channel moderator.
Oh, okay. Mental note, I can link whatever I want on Silver Quill's stream. Wahahaha.
And here's a link to Heather's Patreon and Silver streams. Fucking Silver's been doing a lot of streams lately. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to tune into any of them because they happen around the same time as Bronny's, and I gotta be like a supportful waifu and whatever.
Yeah. I mean, he does them every week, or he tries to. Unless it's conflicting with something else he's doing.
I found something on the floor that needs to be on my desk. But I'm crossing my legs when I could just have my my footstool out like it's designed to be. Oh yeah, that's way better. Thank you, Juanita, again for getting me this fabulous chair. It is a wonderful chair. So, sweetie, how has it been with the bachelorette life since I've been gone?
It's been pretty interesting. I mean, it's been good on my end. Of course, nothing's getting repaired as usual. And I should have sent you this. Okay, I'm gonna text it to you because I went for a trip to LA recently. To visit my family after the pandemic, and I came back, and there had been monsoons since I was away. And I'm gonna send you a picture of what I found when I walked in the door.
I'm scared.
Oh no.
I'm legit, like, worried.
It's not a bug, don't worry about it.
Oh, not a bug. Okay, that's some of it going away, but not all of it, if I'm being honest. What is that?
It is a big old water bubble that went the length, it's like a foot wide, that went from my ceiling and eventually reached the floor. So now it's my downstairs neighbor's problem, I guess.
That is...
But yeah.
That is...
Big old water bubble in my paint.
That is unbelievable, man.
And as per usual, I called them, and as per usual, they were like, we'll have someone there tomorrow, and as per usual, nothing happened.
I can't do it, girl. I tell you, it's so nice to live in a place where, like, I can do my laundry in the same place that I live in.
That is super nice, I must say.
I know. I'm so appreciative of that kind of stuff now. Like, and I don't have to pay like $1 or something every time. I mean, it shows up in my water bill, but whatever. I deal with that. Freaking, yeah, I can have laundry going all day, and I don't have to wait for someone else. I just have to wait for the loads to be done. And
right.
sometimes
and
I get Bronny to do it.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get Bronny to do it. I'm mostly the one.
Oh, nice. Getting those waifu privileges up in there.
Hell yeah. Like, so I mostly fold the clothes, though, because I like the way I fold them better.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I will say, freaking cleaning a house is a mission. At least Bronny's helping, but, gosh, there's a lot of ground to cover. I have to clean 2 bathrooms now.
Yeah.
Heck, I should really be cleaning the bathroom in the mother-in-law suite, too, but no one's over there using it right now.
You should still try to, like, flush the toilet once a month, because it can get, like, a scum ring if you don't get the water flowing.
That's true. I'll have to do that. Yeah, we gotta fix up a few things in the mother-in-law suite. We might rent it out. We might not. We don't know what we're doing.
I still think it's a good idea. Although, again, air conditioning is primary.
Essential.
Doing anything with that.
Yeah, we're especially considering how money is right now.
Yeah.
If you do decide to rent it out, please keep me posted.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, sure. I'll let Brownie know. Oh, what the fuck? There's a little knot in here. You know, I'm just gonna cut it off. I ain't got time for this. I got a cat to feed. Well, not feed, but you know, I already fed her. Though I think
I was gonna
she's
say,
mad.
I'm like, you haven't fed your cat.
Of course I have. But you know what's funny? There's a particular flavor of Tiki Cat that's like a chicken consume kind of thing. I don't think she likes it as much. Like, she'll eat it, but like, one time I gave her that flavor back to back, and then at one point she just stopped eating, and I'm like, and I figured out, like, when I switched up the flavor, she started eating it, and I'm like, you just don't like it? And I have a few cans of it, and like, if it's just you don't like it, please just eat it so I can get rid of it. But yeah, I gotta be. She gets picky now, so I gotta switch up flavors of the chicken, which is why the Chicken Craves variety pack is good.
It is, yeah.
Freaking. Why do I have to have a diabetic cat that's also a huge priss?
Because you wanted a princess, and you got a princess.
She's not a princess. She is a damn queen, drama queen.
Yeah, it is true.
Look at her, freaking going and doing shit. You know what? Nah, fucking just tear this off here.
So, question in the chat for you two women, apparently. So, no one cares about your answer, Spencer. Have you seen World War Z?
World War Z? Yeah,
No.
I saw that. I saw that movie. It's the one with Chris Hemsworth in it, right? And it was like the zombies that would do the teeth thing. Like, it was weird. Me and my friend actually saw that in theaters, and like we couldn't take that part seriously because it was so weird. At the end of the movie, we were just doing at each other. It's like, hey Heather, like, and you're like, what? It was weird, that part. But yeah, like, did you see the part where it's like the one in the trailer that was most notable is that the zombies, like, there was a giant wall where the people were protected in the city from the zombies, but then the zombies started crawling on top of each other in a huge freaking dog pile and went over the wall.
Yeah.
That whole movie was freaking wild.
I remember that from the trailer. I have not seen the film.
It was, some parts of it were funny. That's weird that I remember a zombie horror film was like, oh, it was mostly funny. It definitely wasn't meant to be. Meant to be serious.
Sunset Watcher apologizes, says didn't know Spencer was in the live stream, so you can give your answer too.
I have not seen the movie, and it's perfectly alright you didn't know. My introversion makes it hard to even talk on live streams sometimes.
Aw.
Speak to us, Spencer.
It's okay, Spencer. This is a safe space. You can say fuck as much as you want. That's as safe as you need it. Really.
Right?
Listen, my youngest sister is 5. It has been ingrained in me for my entire life not to swear, so just giving me permission is not going to fix that anytime soon.
Yeah.
Bronny Black says, Knife won't stop laying on my clothes. Yeah, she keeps laying on his clothes and laying on him. I think she likes the way he smells.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the cat we have here does that too.
Yeah, Knife...
She would do that on the rare occasions when I would leave dirty clothes out. Usually when I was, like, putting them together for laundry, I would, like, walk away and come back, and she'd be, like, rolling in them. I'd be like, woman, you have issues.
She goes like, these are mine. I'm putting my smell
right?
on.
And she'd just look at me like, what? Like, eventually she'd stop and look back at me and, like, in a sort of, don't judge me.
It's like, don't you judge me. I'm the freaking queen.
Right? She's like, what's your problem? Haven't you ever rolled in dirty clothes before?
You know, what's really funny is my friend's cat, whenever I do my laundry and my dirty laundry basket is empty, she'll curl up in there.
Nice.
Freaking Knife seems to really like, Bronny. Like, when we're in the bed laying together, she'll jump up on the bed, and she'll lay against him, and she goes like, why is she laying against me? You love her more. And I'm like, 'cause she loves you. And also, you're like a freaking space heater, man. You're probably super warm, and she likes that. And you smell, like, good to her. She wants to get her smell on you.
Yep.
Did I ever tell you two of the differences between male and female circulatory systems?
I think I get the gist of it. Like, isn't it that, like, women have a lot of their internal heat more centralized around this area because babies, and guys just kind of have the heat everywhere? That's why chicks have cold hands more often than a dude does?
Yeah, pretty much. Males have more blood flow to their extremities, females have more of it internally. Because a woman without arms or legs can still have a baby, a man without arms and legs is going to have a really hard time running from a saber-toothed tiger or hunting a woolly mammoth.
Oh.
Good point.
That's interesting, isn't it?
And then, of course, because evolution doesn't work the way we want it to, it just works in the way that's most convenient, that just never changed, because it never needed to.
Yeah. I mean, society never changed the function, so why should our bodies?
Mm-hmm. But yeah, male, female, bodies, stuff. Blah, blah, blah.
So wait, there's a scientific evidence that guys are hotter than women. Scientific evidence and also sexual preferences. I mean, I think guys are hotter than women, but that's just my, straight heterosexual self-talk in there.
That's not to say women are not hot.
Women are hot, just, they just don't do it for me.
But see, here's the thing. If there's scientific evidence that guys are hotter than girls, that means that girls are cooler than guys.
Oh.
Hey, I like that. I like that.
Yeah, that's bending the logic to my will.
Exactly. We've got a couple questions about Everfree Northwest. Yes, I am going.
I am not, but Brownie Buck is.
Yes. So if you have gifts for Heather, dump them on Bronny. He will make sure they get to her.
Yeah, you can do that. But yeah, yes. It's just not financially feasible for me. For various reasons. As I've said. And begged.
Yes, hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Donate now! Save the kitties.
Well, this one in particular. The other kitties, well, I'll try to save them, but there's
save
only
the
so
other
much
kitties too, but at the moment we're focusing on the one.
We're focusing on the one that's got diabetes and the best bitch face you'll ever see.
Yep.
The resting bitch face.
Yep, resting bitch face. That's why you wanted her. You went through all the cats that were at the shelter at the time. You saw her picture with her resting bitch face, and you're like, I want her.
It's like she's got attitude for days.
Yep.
And
her original name in the shelter was Zelda, but you just saw her picture and you went, that's Knife. I'm like, okay.
I'm sorry. Her name was Zelda?
Her name was Zelda, yes. Given to her by the shelter staff.
That's my mom's beagle's name.
Nice.
Freaking, I don't know if I told Brandon that too. I think he would be pissed at me if he realized that. He's like, I love Zelda. You should have kept it Zelda.
No.
Or you know what? You should have at least changed it to Sheik.
Sheik was pretty cool.
So,
especially because it keeps it the knife theming because it's close to Shank.
There you go.
Oh, I'm gonna name something Shank. That's a cool name.
Great. Now she's gonna buy that. What was it? What were you looking at? A guinea pig or a hamster or something?
That guinea pig is
hamster.
Cheese Puff.
Guinea pig?
That guinea pig is Cheese Puff.
Oh, Cheese Puff. Okay.
I can't afford.
So you'll have to get some other animal to name Shank.
Yeah. I don't know what though, and I obviously can't start thinking of new pets right now. Though I would like to.
Yeah, very much true.
We gotta take our time with this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Heather, just a heads up, I have a raid check for Friday Night Fights, so the next Friday I have off of work, I know you already know what we're playing.
What are we playing?
Helltaker.
Hell the fuck yeah!
Bronny's gotta get the secret ending, and we have to do the new chapter.
Oh shit. He's gonna hate it. Yay!
Yep.
Yay!
He has to do the boss fight with Judgment again.
I can't wait till my turn comes up. I'm gonna make him play Friday Night Funky.
Actually, I saw a Helltaker fan art on another server. I'll put this in our show. I think you and Bronny might want to check your house for hidden cameras.
Lenny Black's right. Katana would be a good name, but it reminds me of there's a Marvel, DC hero that's named Katana. It's like a chick who's got like a sword that has the soul of her husband trapped in it.
Oh yeah.
That's a thing that exists.
Can still work. William Garnest asks, when are you going to play Warframe?
I don't know. It's not in the plans right now. I guess if on stream, when someone requests it on Bronny's stream, I'll definitely join in. I gotta play a few more video games. I've been playing stuff on my Switch mostly because that's what I've had time for. Like, it's mostly been, like, these days I've been kind of stressed, so at the end of the day I kind of just lay in bed and play Pokemon Let's Go Eevee for a little bit. gotten back into it.
Where you at in the game?
Let's see.
Or if you would really like to see her play a game of your choosing, you can donate to her PayPal. If you throw enough money at her, I'm sure she'll play it for you.
Yeah, that's true. It's not a tier on my Patreon, but if you like want to pay me to play a video game on stream, like I guess I'm not gonna say no.
How much would I have to pay you to get you to record a Let's Play series and have me edit it?
Gosh, bro, I don't know. I mean, that sounds like something I'd want to do anyway, and I don't know how much money I would, like, be comfortable taking from you. But you editing it, man, you're also working on it. I shouldn't be, like, being paid by you at all.
That's fair.
Yeah, I'm conflicted on such a question.
I mainly said the pay because I know I've been poking you about making a Let's Play series for months now, but...
I would definitely love to. It's just the time constraints and, like, and stuff like that. I definitely would like to. I love video games. I want to be able to play more, honestly, but shit in my life is getting, like, in the way of others. It's, like, so much shit just gets in the way, you know?
Yeah.
So
if anyone in the stream wants to watch any Let's Play series, I've started uploading again.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah,
Plug.
Everyone either go follow Emerald, that'll be fun.
I suppose while we're plugging things, I've got a couple panels. If you guys are going to Everfree Northwest, make sure to check them out.
What panels are you doing?
I am joining Silverquill on his the ship. Gosh, I'm even forgetting the name of the things I'm appearing in. Please hold.
We might as well change the name of the stream to Power Strip and
that's
the plugs we're going to get in.
I just blanked because I was like, the E of shipping, the elements of shipping. You know, he and I will be talking about shipping, and then directly afterwards, I will be doing my Fluttershy's do's and don'ts with animal care. If you want to join me there, that'll be on Friday. His panel is at 3. Mine is at 4:30.
Man, the do's and don'ts of animal
other
care.
Panels. Go talk to him about those.
Who's gonna be on the do's and don'ts of animal care? Besides you?
Just me.
Just you?
Just me.
That'd be fun.
I don't know anybody else in the Brony fandom who's also in animal care.
Yeah,
I wouldn't trust anybody else to talk about that.
Yeah, I guess there's only the only other people I hear about.
I'm not saying they don't exist. I'm saying I don't know them well enough to join me.
Yeah, that's true. Someone asked, gonna go to the raves, sweetie?
I might duck in, especially since I know DeWilsonator is performing. I don't know how long I'll be there, but I might just, pop my head in.
I'm thinking of having a scary movie party while Bronny's out of town. Trash in the house, good stuff.
Yeah, do it.
It's gonna be Friday the 13th while you guys are out.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, and it's so, for my sake, I probably better stay inside.
Yeah, good thing I'm flying on the 12th.
Yeah, nothing will go wrong then.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so I see someone back, a little while back says, what would Heather pick for her next Friday night fight slot? Charles B. asked that. I think I answered it by saying, hey, I can't wait till my turn comes up, because I want Bronny to play Friday Night Funkin'. I like that. I like the aesthetic of that game. It's really fun.
I want to tell a story about when I first, maybe not when I first met Knife, but when I first consciously met Knife, because Heather told me, this is the cat I want, and is like, go meet the cat, and tell me about the cat. And so I'm locking up in the shelter, and so I go to the cat section. I'm like, oh yeah, there's this cat that Heather wants me to meet. I'll go see what she's like. So I open up the door, and immediately I am met with a hiss. And I'm like, who the heck is hissing at me? And I turn on the light, and right there is previously named Zelda hissing at me. I'm like, oh, sure. The only cat in the shelter is hissing at me is the one that Heather wants to take home. Great.
And that never changed. She would continue to hiss for the rest of her life.
Yep. It's like, I know you.
You know what? She still hisses over here. She hisses at us when we pick her up because she thinks she's going to get, insulin shot, but sometimes we're just picking her up to put her on the bed or something. We're especially careful with her now since the seizure. If we see she wants to go up or down somewhere, we're like, no, let us put you up on the bed. Let us put you down. We don't want you making too sudden of movements right now.
I think you're being overly cautious, but it's cute.
It couldn't hurt to just be a little
It
cautious.
couldn't hurt, yeah. I'm like, it's not like it's bad for her to not exert herself. I think you're being loving, over-doting parents, but it's cute.
She's a little old kitty with little old bones.
Bones aren't what's the problem at the moment.
No, I don't want him to start. It's funny, when
Sure.
she got the seizure, like, the reason, like, well, did I go over how the events played out exactly?
No.
So, I just got out of a shower. I was, putting some anti-itch cream on my hives that I'm still getting. And, I hear her meowing, and I'm like, what are you doing underneath the bed, kitty? Because she was under the bed that I was sitting on. I look down, and she's just kind of laying there and meowing, and I realize, oh, I think she's stuck, like, her paw somehow got under the bed frame. So I call Bronny to get over here and help me lift it and get her out. And we do. And we put her on the bed to check her out. Be like, okay, did you hurt yourself? And she wasn't, like, she acted like she couldn't use her foot. And we're like, oh, shit, what's happening? We pet her and we're like, maybe she needs to rest it off. And as soon as we're, like, talking about that, I thought she jumped, but she might have just fallen off the bed face first. And Bronny goes to pick her up, and that's when she starts seizing. Like, she starts seizing terrible. She's, like, meowing while it's happening because I think she's scared. And Bronny's holding her. We're like, whoa, what do we do? We're walking down the hall. She starts peeing herself and throwing up on Bronny. And it was just, it was scary. And Bronny's like, okay, call the animal clinic place right away so we know how to transport her and, like, if we can go there. And I was talking to them, and of course I didn't sound good. They're like, it's okay, just take a deep breath, go ahead, like, just wrap her up, take her here, we're open, we'll see her. And of course, like, the seizing eventually stops. We're able to put her in a carrier. She's just kind of laying down. I got really upset on the drive over there because she wasn't meowing. I had her in a carrier and she wasn't meowing. I'm like, Bronny, she always cries. Whenever she's in a carrier in the car, she always cries because she always knows she's not going somewhere she wants to be. And he goes like, go ahead and pet her. I'm sure she'll respond. And she did start meowing when I started petting her. So that made me feel a little bit better, even if she wasn't happy. We go into the shelter, and I'm like, I'm the one that was on the phone. My cat, she stopped seizing, but she's still breathing really hard. And they go and they check her out, and they're like, you know what, we'll take her back right now. We'll tell you what we're gonna do. Just give us a bit, because it's like there was, you never think about it, but animal clinics, 24-hour ones, still quite busy. There was a few people in the lobby.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They get busiest after, like, normal business hours because all the other clinics are closed, so everybody goes to them. Yeah.
Yeah, freaking, there was a poor little puppy who apparently ate a frog and started foaming at the mouth. Like, you know, you overhear lots of stuff.
Oh, that is not good.
Yeah, he seemed okay. The vet was bringing him back, and they were talking about the events.
Yeah, sorry. I guess maybe that was a Arizona instinct, but you do not want dogs eating frogs over here because they're poisonous.
It's Florida. I mean, like, I don't know for sure. I have no knowledge of what was going on. I was mostly concerned with Knife, and I was, like, sitting in the lobby with Bronny. Some people would talk to us about what was going on with them, and the poor thing, like, their puppy, the people who were talking to us trying to make us feel better and us vice versa. What had happened was, there was a puppy, and of course puppies eat everything. Like, one sister had a puppy, and the other sister had, like, medication or something she left out and open, and of course the puppy got to it, the puppy ate it, and now puppy's in terrible trouble, and now the sisters are mad at each other.
Oh god, yeah, I can only imagine.
Whole drama thing. But yeah, it's just, they eventually, like, I didn't even get to see her anymore that night. I was really worried because I'm like, gosh, this wasn't the first time I've had to rush her to an emergency vet, but I was honestly wondering this time, is this the one I don't get to take her home? And it was, because she had to stay overnight. But I was relieved
she was stable, yeah.
She was stable. I was at least relieved to be that, like, okay, she's going to be taken care of throughout the night. She's going to be fine. And she is. She's fine. Bronny picked her up in the morning. She was okay. We were figuring things out. I took her to her regular vet. So things definitely cooled down. But God, that screwed with me the next day. Like, because obviously we stood there, like, past midnight and stuff. I only got 4 hours of sleep before I had to get into work the next day. And it was very clear. Like, I thought, like, I didn't look too bad, but, like, my HR rep came into my office and was like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, oh, hey, how are you? And she goes like, oh, you sound a little tired. Are you okay? And I'm like, oh yeah, my cat just had the thing last night, had to go to animal clinic. I explained the situation to her. She's like, oh, okay, well, if you need to leave early to check on your cat or something, you can go right ahead. And I kind of took her up on it, because I was talking to the vet, and I told her, like, I needed a half day the next day. I needed to take her into the vet in the morning and have a whole thing happen.
Mm-hmm.
So, at least I'm glad my work was very understanding of that. But
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, what an ordeal. I guess it can't be helped. At least we're past the worst of it, I think.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So she only had the one seizure?
Only one, thank God. I don't know what I'd do in another. I mean, maybe I'd be more in control this time because it happened once, and I know it's recoverable, and I'm not... Well, I can only hope I won't freak out.
Well, I mean, just during the event. How long did the seizure last?
Gosh, I was full of adrenaline then, but I think it only lasted a few minutes. A few minutes at most.
Actually, a few minutes is pretty long.
Really? Like I said, it happened really fast for us. As soon as it was starting, we walked down the hall, I had someone on the phone, and she was, slowly working out of it, just a few twitches. So,
right. Yeah, that's
2 minutes.
That's unfortunately the problem, is that how long did the seizure last is always a question we ask, but we also know that, the owner is so, pumped up with adrenaline that, time is an illusion,
Yeah, I'm glad that it's understandable. It's just man, I did wish I
it's we understand, but if you happen to have been conscious enough to...
If you were looking at a clock at some point, when did the numbers change?
Exactly.
How many times did the numbers change? Which numbers changed?
Well, not even, because I think Bronny's saying 30 seconds to a minute at most. That's more typical. Usually about 30 seconds is average for a seizure. If it lasts longer than that, there's a problem.
He's probably right. He was more in control of himself than I was.
Yeah, but I can see, if your cat is seizing, 30 seconds can seem like 30 minutes. It's not... We're by chance, did you happen to pay attention to the time? It's I don't know, it just started. That is usually the answer we get. It's I don't know, and it's okay, all right, that is an acceptable answer.
That's fair,
just
that's fair.
Yeah, he's that's a fair answer.
I should have really looked more into diabetes, because, I didn't know, well, it's just stuff I don't know. I didn't know she could start seizing because of low blood sugar or anything like that. Yeah.
It's really uncommon for it to have gotten that bad.
I guess there's no way to know
it must have been dropping for quite some time.
I guess there's no way to really know until it happens. But now that we know, we'll be making sure to check her blood sugar so that doesn't happen again. Because I don't want to put her through that again. I don't want to go through that again. No one does.
I don't want you to go through that again,
Oh, gosh. Imagine if you had been there to witness that. My God.
Well, I probably would have been able to keep you more in control, but I definitely would have been okay, we're going to the vet, let's go.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you're in the profession. I know you would know what to do.
Well, yeah, when an animal is seizing, it's and to the vet we go. And when it's seizing in the clinic, we know what drugs to give. We immediately, we treat it. There are two things where everyone drops what they're doing and runs to an animal: seizing and crashing.
Crashing?
Those are the two things. If they stop breathing or if their heart stops beating.
Oh, God.
So, and we have to try and resuscitate it. Those are the things where it doesn't matter what you're doing, you drop it, you go help.
Yeah.
We get some, for seizing, I think it's diazepam that we use to stop the seizure. And then after that, it's mostly diagnostics about, okay, why did you seize? What's going on? Although sometimes, unfortunately, well, never mind. I'm not going to burden you, but I realized something before the stream started. I neglected to give you Nutrical when I delivered knife. Do you guys have some on your end?
Nutrical? I don't think so. What is that exactly?
The vets didn't tell you about Nutrical. That's interesting. Nutrical is basically kitty molasses. It's basically glucose that you can give her to if she has hypoglycemia.
I see what
you can just give her that.
No, they didn't talk to me about that at all.
Really? Because that is the number one at-home remedy to solve hypoglycemia is to just give her Nutrical.
Yeah, you know
what? Because remember that one time when she seemed really lethargic?
Yeah.
And I was pretty sure that she was going into hypoglycemia. I gave her cat food. I kept on putting it on her gums and stuff because we didn't have Nutrical. I realized we didn't have it in the house or in the apartment. Since then, I bought some, and I realized that I meant to give it to you and explain to you what to use it for. And like when you told me about it, like just now before the stream, I went, wait a minute, and I walked over to the cabinet, like, frick, it's still in my cabinet.
Oh,
Give it to you.
Well, that's good to
sitting there
know.
being useless.
That's good to know now. I
Nutrical,
know
so,
a little bit about diabetes. I should have figured that, or people with low blood sugar. Like, there's actually a story I remember that is kind of similar to this concept. It was on Animal Planet, oddly enough, but it was about this older lady. She had problems with her low blood sugar, and she kept around like a bag of gummy bears.
Yeah.
To help with the sugar intake. But in the middle of the night, while she was sleeping, she was going into shock, and she didn't know because she wasn't like fully conscious. But her dog knew,
right.
And her dog like woke her up and was like, hey, do something about this. And she's like, oh, and she starts eating the gummy bears, and she was fine, and she had to go to the doctor the next day.
Right. So Nutrical would be the version of the gummy bears, exactly.
We gotta get her kitty gummy bears, kitty edibles.
Yes, although to be fair, well, it's like a paste type of thing that you just kind of smear on her gums or the roof of her mouth or something to help her lick it and herself. I realized Nutrical is a brand name, but I'm sure you can. Let me see. Let me get the bottle out that's sitting in my cabinet being useless and see what it calls itself. Because Nutrical is just the name of the brand that we use. Just high-calorie nutritional gel. What I have isn't even Nutrical. It's Tomlin, apparently. But high-calorie nutritional gel. I've got the fish flavor with omega-3, 6, and 9. Oh, hold on. It does say Nutrical on it. I guess that is just the name of it. So, yeah. I meant to give it to you. I didn't. I failed you. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Honestly, I didn't know about the Nutrical, so I'm at least learning it now. It's useful still.
I am thoroughly surprised they didn't ask you about that.
No, they didn't at all. I'll talk to Bronny because there was some points where I told him to like pick up the cat and stuff and see if did they mention anything. But I got the report. I read it. There was nothing about it. I don't know. And the vet never mentioned it to me.
Well, it might have been more something
up.
they would have mentioned to you verbally than put on the medical record.
I'll definitely ask Bronny if it was mentioned, but I went to the vet myself and they never mentioned it either.
Yeah, weird.
I don't know. Maybe they didn't think of it. Hard to say.
Mm-hmm. But I will say, like, she's lucky to have you guys. She's lucky you guys were there. You guys did a good job getting her to the vet. And to put a positive spin on this a little bit, as terrifying as the idea for going into hypoglycemia is, it might mean that she's getting better control of her diabetes. So before we were giving her, 3.5 units twice a day, right?
Yes.
And now you guys are giving her 1 unit once a day.
Yes.
So that's like a huge improvement on her controlling her own blood sugar. So silver lining to all this, that she may actually be on the mend because we did change her food before she moved over there, and the vet on our end in Tucson said that food is really good for helping cats kind of overcome their own diabetes, as it were.
That's really good.
So yeah, I mean, they said the same thing about the kitten food that never worked for her. But when they're like, okay, well, if that's not working, try this. Every time I went into the vet, they're like, well, try this, because they didn't like that she was diabetic. They're like, she's not fat. She should be able to beat this on her own. So they kept on giving me all these different.
She's not fat. You can't be diabetic. Yeah,
it's like, well, not can't be diabetic, but they're like, she can, she should be able to monitor it as long as. She shouldn't be constantly critical like this. It's not a problem of her diet.
Really?
Eating too much.
So it's really in the contents of the food we were feeding her, you think?
It has. Well, yeah. I think it has to do basically with because the food I had you get her. It's low carb, high protein, and that's what she needs. She needs low carb because carbs and her don't get along because she's diabetic. So she's basically on the kitty keto diet.
Oh, that's adorable.
But that's why our vet said, oh, give her kitten food, because that will be helpful, because kitten food is also low carb, high protein. Because because what I liked about our vet is that they were a low cost vet. So they're good at knowing these kind of backdoor, try this out see if that works kind of thing before, instead of just slapping you with a big old expensive bill.
Yeah.
You know, like, well, try this, see if that works, you know. So, silver lining, she's hopefully getting better control of her diabetes.
Hopefully getting better. That would be super nice if she was getting better.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe all the unfortunate things that have been happening this week will lead to something good like that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to stay positive. Of course, I got a little bit of venting out of the way. Like you know what you do. You complain to your mom.
Yeah.
You just get it out. Like, this week fucking sucked. Like, I did that to Bronny.
Yeah.
I'm like, Bronny, it wasn't my birthday this week. And he's like, yeah. And I go over the things that happened this week. I'm like, this freaking birthday week sucked. And I felt a little better after saying that out loud, you know?
Yeah. I mean, that's absolutely fair with all you've gone through. Absolutely.
Yeah. It's fine. It'll be cool. Everything will be Gucci.
Everything will be fine. You'll have a perfectly healthy kitty, a perfectly healthy car, a perfectly healthy whatever else is breaking down around you.
It probably Spoon. Like, I think I was telling you about how, like, freaking, I might not be doing him right. I'll get him a 20-gallon tank eventually. I know I will. I think the stand I have can support that, so I'll just need to measure it out and get him one.
Yes.
Spoon, you will live in the lap of luxury, I promise. You're a good boy. You haven't given me much trouble. In fact, he's taken a lot of hits.
Resilient.
Goldfish can be really hardy if you're doing what you can. They can put up with some stuff.
Yeah. I was like, baby, they're hardy for you. I'm the type where, I'm the type where if I look at a fish wrong, they die, but you know.
Yeah, there's a lot you have to keep in mind. Like, I haven't had to go so far with pH scales and shit with Spoon's tank like some people have to do with their fish.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely went through a few fish before he was the one that started to live, because I first got my tank, like the smaller one, when I got some fish from the fair, and of course fair fish died because they're not taken well care of and stuff like that. I had 2 fair fish.
Mm-hmm.
One of them died, and I'm like, I want other fish. So I got 2 from Petco. One was Tangerine, and one was Spoon, and I called him Silver Spoon because he was silver at the time. But of course, the other little carnival fish died, and Tangerine died with just, like, no warning. And I'm like, you know, it was probably a million reasons because I wasn't doing everything right. But Spoon persisted. He persisted in a small-ass tank that didn't get changed until this year.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's in a bigger tank, and he seems to be doing very well. Like, he seems happier, that is. I've also been told the goldfish are more social than I realized. I didn't think of him as social because the last time I tried to get him a tank mate, he ate it. But they're telling me I have to get a fish that's the same size as him. And I'm like, that's going to be hard because he's had, like, 5 years to grow. Could I put, like, a toy fish in there and he'd feel happy? He's not going to know. He's not going to know the difference. He does get really excited.
I still remember when your, like, other fish died and you, like, or vanished as you were insisting happened.
It's still
like,
missing,
what happened?
okay?
What happened to the fish? And I'm like, I mean, I think Spoon may have eaten him. And you're like, no, I'm sure it's possible he, like, jumped out of the tank and disappeared and stuff. And I
followed that
sure,
possibility because freaking Spoon will sometimes breach water, and that's why I'm not comfortable with having a tank that has no lid, because he breaches water, he will jump out of the freaking tank. I'm sure he will. I don't trust him. But I did look around and I eventually was like, yeah, there's just no other way around it. Freaking Spoon killed him. And, like, for the longest time, I just thought, man, Straw was so small, he must have eaten him in one gulp. But I realized, no, Straw was not that small. When I looked at the store and saw fish like him, I was like, Straw was not that small. And Spoon's mouth is not that big. So, he had to have taken a few chomps. That's even worse. Got all that protein. That's how he grew big and strong, by eating his brother.
Yep.
Freaking Spoon.
So, Spencer, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty decently.
I just realized I went on my whole, animal rant and left you in the...
Yep, that's perfectly fine.
I could talk about video games or computers.
Freaking internet's been freaky dumb over here, but I think I mentioned that. That's why the stream, well, I won't say it affected the stream too much. It just took a while to set up because what the hell? Discord wouldn't start for the longest time. It's definitely all down to the Wi-Fi problems around here. Hopefully they don't persist, you know?
So yesterday I made a decision that will probably be good for me in the long run, but in the short term it is really unfortunate.
What is it?
So yesterday before I took a shower I weighed myself and realized I'm getting close to 180 pounds, and I am not happy with that. So whatever a customer would pay whatever a customer would pay with a credit card at the Dollar General I work at, it would take a couple seconds, so I'd do push-ups until the receipt printed.
That's gonna be kind of
my
silly.
arms hurt.
You know, Bronny would respect that. And honestly, 180, I'm jealous.
Right? I know, right? It's like, oh, boo-hoo.
I weighed 160 2 months ago.
Have you changed your diet at all?
What'd you say?
Did you change your diet recently at all? Or are you just more inactive than usual?
Both, more than likely.
Yeah, and you know, you gotta improve both those aspects. I've been having a trouble losing weight since I got here. Bronny was spoiling me too much with food at first. I think we're getting around what we need to be soon. Hopefully we can make some decent progress with me. I think I'm growing more muscles though.
Nice.
So what it says... Oop, go ahead.
But, sorry, I was complaining about my chair. I'm not actually positioned in it correctly, so I'm ruining my own butt cheeks.
Okay, everyone in chat who's saying that I shouldn't be complaining about my weight, the issue isn't necessarily the weight, because if I end up weighing 190 but I'm super jacked, that'll be fine. The issue is that my gut has ballooned in size, and it's getting to the point where the people I live with and my family have been pointing it out, and I am not happy with that.
Yeah, I wouldn't be either, so I totally get it, and it's better to be, you know, healthier and stuff.
Yeah, no, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying don't be healthy, you know, don't pay attention to your weight. I'm just saying boo-hoo, you know.
I wish I was down to 180, man.
Right? It's like, I'd love to wake up one day and be 180. I'm like, hell yeah!
Yeah, the weight is not the issue, the body fat percentage is. The weight is a side effect of it.
Yeah,
right,
be ready with all those push-ups for your tits to hurt. Mine sure the fuck do. Apparently my push-ups have improved greatly, according to Bronny.
Oh, stretch time.
Yeah. But yeah, apparently my push-ups have improved. So that's good.
So I've told you that you changed the way I crack my knuckles, right?
Oh yeah, I thought it was Brandon who told me that, or maybe you both did.
Yeah, no, ever since you told me why you stretch the way you do back in Chaos and Computers, I've just done it that way ever since.
I think the way I do it is better for you. I think I saw it on a little PSA one time for like artists, and I'm like, you know, drawing and crocheting is what I do, so those stretches are good for me. You know, you gotta pull all your finger knuckles out. You gotta get those joints good and going.
You know, maybe I should have done some stretches while I spent 12 hours making a thumbnail for a video.
And then pray to God.
Yeah, probably.
Don't get me wrong.
It's a really nice thumbnail, but it just took a while.
Nice.
Good gracious, child.
You gotta be careful though with most art you do. You know what I do is I still keep a wrist brace around. So if this starts to hurt, I put it in there for a while. It isolates it. If I put it in there for like a day, and it'll feel better because I don't want to get full on carpal tunnel.
Reminds me, Silver and I sent Maddie one of those forever ago, and I never heard back.
Well, that
We
reminds
should have gotten there by now. We bought it together in Denver.
That reminds me, I gotta make sure my nephew received his birthday card because I accidentally sent it to their old address, but they moved recently. So I gotta check with my sister if he got it. So it'll suck if he gets his. He doesn't get his, and everyone else got their cards for their birthdays. I had to send birthday cards for June earlier this month because I just didn't have the money or the time during actual June to send people their cards. But I eventually did. And I'm glad I got to it. I'm back on track. Luckily, August, I only have to worry about one of my nephews and Bronny.
You only have to worry about the waifu.
Well, I can't just leave out my nephew like that. It's my cute little boy nephew.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that. I meant, you're like, oh, there's only a few birthdays, and one of them happens to be, the boyfriend I live with. Living in sin, but,
Living in sin. I know. I'm sure his parents disapproved of that while they were here.
I'm sure.
They saw
like, I know Bronny's all, like, trying to be, like, chaste about it, but I'm like, but you realize what people are probably whispering behind your back, right?
I'm like, let them whisper.
You're probably like, let the whispers become truth.
It's like, yeah. Maybe it's happening. Maybe it's not.
There you go. We'll never know until Heather gets pregnant. Then we'll know.
I'm not gonna let that happen. Sorry, we're being abstinent now. Fuck.
There you go.
Be like,
the
tell
only
Heather,
true birth control.
Tell Heather that babies are involved. Heather's like, okay, time to dry up my vagina.
Heather's like, okay, time to be blatantly unsubtle.
Yep.
Oh, I am never subtle. Oh, you guys should check out my nails. I thought they came out good today. I was thinking about the lemon tree I want to grow, and I did it yellow with a little butterfly.
God. Oh, okay.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It's pretty cute, I guess.
Oh wait, you said you're growing a lemon tree?
Yes. I have this... I looked up this method of how to do seeds. I'm growing a flower, too, Chinese forget-me-nots. My sister brought me a grow kit, and my first one didn't work, but I did it again using this method. I heard, like, we go to this nursery, and we got a lot of advice from people there. And so you put the seed in a wet paper towel, and you put it in a lunch bag, blow some air into it. You seal it, you leave it like that for a few days, and the flower seeds will start to germinate and have little roots. Then you cut them out of the paper towels, you put them in the soil and stuff, and they start growing. And it's been going really well for the flowers. So we had lemons at one point, and I'm like, I'm going to try the same thing with lemon seeds. I did the same thing. It didn't work for a little bit, but I looked it up, and it turns out lemon seeds need to be stored in the dark at room temperature instead of, like, the other one I had to leave it in the window in the light. So I did that, and I didn't think it was going to work because these were store-bought lemons. The seeds could have been bad or infertile or something like that. But I check, and like 3 of them have little tails sprouting now.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah, so I'm going to get a few
Once they
different
are
pots.
properly... Oop, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, I'm going to get a few different pots. And it'll take 8 to 10 years for it to turn into, like, bear fruit. But in 6 months, it'll be like, it could be like up to here. It can grow a lot. But it all depends. I gotta be very attentive.
Yep.
Yeah.
So a little hack when it comes to lemons. Once they're like proper trees and you're sure that this won't kill it, have Bronny go out and pee on the trees like
Dude,
every day. They absorb the acid from the urine and the lemons come out to be like the size of footballs.
Dude, I know. We heard of that on Tumblr, and me and Bronny were talking about it. I'm like, Bronny, if we get a lemon tree, you should
Same place
pee
I
on
got
it.
it.
But unfortunately, Brandon was in the call, and he goes like, I swear to God, if you let Bronny pee on that tree and get big lemons, I will not drink any lemonade or eat any lemon bread that you produce. And I'm like, come on. It's not like you're drinking the pee. It's like the tree drinks the pee, and you just take the lemons from the tree.
The tree drinks the pee and then spits out the fruit from the pee that it drank, and that's perfectly fine.
That's perfectly
What's
fine.
about the concept of leach fields?
Is there a way that we can take what's in pee and put it on the tree without it being someone's pee so frickin' Brandon can have peace of mind?
Only if you're willing to pay an exorbitant amount of money.
That's stupid. Frickin' maybe what he won't know won't kill him. But if he sees how big the lemons get, he's gonna be suspicious.
Right? It's like,
he's gonna be like, is there piss? Are these piss lemons?
Right? Here's what you do. You're gonna get... How about you make 2 lemon trees, and you have the piss lemon tree and the non-piss lemon tree.
Hey, if 2 of my trees survive, like, I get them through the whole process, maybe I will. Be like, Bronny, you have to pee? You bet Bronny pees outside for the rest of his life. I go like, Bronny, you gotta pee, you better not be peeing that toilet, you go pee on that tree. We're on private property, you can pee on that tree.
Yep.
We'll be here, Brandon, here's your pissless lemon loaf. It's not as good as the other one.
Sissy. Here's your lemon bread without piss, you sissy.
Hold the piss. You gotta. I found this out. I forget what I was looking up about like women stuff, but I read that you can use your menstrual blood as fertilizer for plants.
I've heard that too.
And I was just so amazed by this, I knew I had to tell Brandon on stream, and I did, and he was just like, I cannot just have anything you grow if you're gonna do this. I'm like, look, it seems like a waste of blood that I have going on here that I could be using to fertilize plants.
Yep.
Save money,
Hey, Brandon,
save
let
time.
me educate you about manure.
Right?
Yeah, that's full of shit.
Right? It is shit, quite literally.
It is literally shit. Come on. You use it for everything. You just gotta accept that the world is made of excrement.
Right?
So to answer Lennon Black's question, it might help it grow. However, I do believe that the high concentration of processed foods in the average American's diet would not be very good for the lemon tree.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a very nutritional manure.
No, never use human shit or cat or dog shit. Like chicken shit and cow shit is good for plants.
Now, if I hypothetically turned my entire diet to be like pouches of tuna, would that help?
It would help your trees, it's not gonna help you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I find that like it's like carnivores and omnivores that don't have the healthy shit for plants.
Yeah, generally herbivores have the best shit for plants, yes.
I like how we're speaking about this. It's such an educated topic, and we're just cursing in it. Bronny,
And
no,
Barney's
you
in the chat asking if do I get a say in this.
No, you
No.
don't. You go piss on these seeds. Maybe pissing on them now will help. I don't know. Take it to the bathroom. Pee in the bag.
I would say this would be funny out of context, but it's just as ridiculous in context, really.
I am just trying to find a way to be self-sufficient. We went to the mall today, and there was a Barnes & Noble. There was a book I kind of wanted to get, but you know, you don't want to spend money on books anymore. But it was yeah, I really wanted to get the book, but it was like Bronny, send me the picture of that book.
So to answer Lennon Black's question without reading it out loud, I don't think that's going to do much of anything.
I don't think there's a lot of nutrients in spooge.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Hey,
Hello,
Kern.
guys.
You ready? You want to
You
talk
chose a great time to come in.
Do you want to
what
talk
happened?
about how you should piss and have your period on plants?
I mean, it's good for the plants. You're giving them nutrients.
Yeah, you
There you go, see?
Nutrients.
Got someone on board.
Yeah, I was told that if you piss on plants, it makes the plants actually grow more vibrant in color. I don't know about
Is
the other
citrus-
stuff, but
I think citrus plants, it's particularly good for them to get acid.
yeah, I mean, pH in the ground is the higher pH is always good for plants. Jesus, I get it. Okay.
Hold on. I think Bronny sent me a picture of the book that I was talking about. Yes, it's called Back to Basics, A Complete Guide to Traditional Skills. I was interested in the book because not only does it have stuff about plants, it has stuff about like building log cabins and like making your own soap. It's just like an all-in-one on how to be like self-sufficient in different ways. And I was interested in the book. I was reading it, but I was like, nah, I'm not gonna buy this big hardcover book.
Oh, come on.
I wanted to, but especially with everything that's going on, I can't be making any purchases.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I mean, I didn't even know at the time when I was looking at the book that I was gonna have to pay that much for my car. I thought it was gonna be a couple $100. Then it turned into that, so I'm glad I didn't buy the book.
Nice.
Sweetie, Charles B wants to know, do you count Sailor Moon as an anime?
Of course.
Yes. Yeah, it's an anime in every respect of the word.
Yeah. How would it not?
Yeah, I haven't even watched the thing, and I'm like, duh.
Yeah.
Anything I consider Pokemon, Dragon Ball Z, and Sailor Moon all animes because, well, they have long intros.
You don't have to consider that they are anime.
They are
Yeah.
anime, like there's no ifs, ands, or buts. Now, the dubs, the original dubs, especially from the 90s, were heavily Americanized, but
Which is
But that
Anime.
doesn't make them any less
that
anime.
doesn't make them any less of an anime. If anything, that's an anime tradition.
You know what's
The Japanese make you with great care, and then they give you to Americans and they butcher you, and that's what makes you an
Or in
anime.
the cases of some of your favorite anime, they inject gender politics into it.
Yay!
Don't forget
Actually,
everyone's
I remember
favorite.
shipping the clip to Brody like a year or so, but in Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Meat, they messed with one of Lukua's lines. In Japanese, she changes her outfit for an innocuous reason, and the American or the English dub, she says something about patriarchy being the reason she changed her outfit.
What?
She
I'll
was
find
cool
it. It's
before it was
ridiculous.
cool.
Oh, we
was,
got plenty of those in Sailor Moon too. Got the cousins, of course, and also talent and things like that.
I think I saw a TikTok about that recently, where it's like the two sailors is like, I have feelings for you. It's like, I have feelings for you. And it goes, 4Kids says they were great things. The things they felt were friendship. It's like, nah, they ain't.
Are we talking about Yu-Gi-Oh or something?
You know what was a thing I hated in high school and stuff was the gatekeeping of the anime community, in the fact that, like, they're like, what animes have you watched? And I was like, oh, I've watched a few. I've watched Pokemon, and before you can go on, they're like, oh, Pokemon, that's not a real anime. And it's like, how the fuck is it not?
I think if you've only seen the dub and that's sort of all you've seen, it's heavily Americanized, whereas if you'd, like, watched the sub of a lesser-known anime, I guess you're getting more, like, Japanese culture.
I guess,
in that sense,
nah, like,
but
more weeb
definitely the anime was, you know, the show was made as an anime. It may not have retained a lot of its ethnicity coming from America.
Nah,
but
totally.
it definitely was produced as an anime.
Yeah, totally. But anime is anime, and I hate that, like, it's not even that's the only anime I said. It was, like, I was saying it in a group, it was like, oh, I like Pokemon, I like Ouran High School Host Club, I like School Rumble, I like Yu-Gi-Oh! And they're like, oh, those are basic animes, they don't count. And it's like...
They do, too.
It's gatekeeping.
First of all,
it's
Ouran is totally counts. It's an awesome anime. Hashtag plug.
I know, but I think they were focused on the Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! But what's funny is that the person who told me that was exactly the kind of person you're envisioning. A scrawny little nerd kid that didn't want a girl in the fandom.
Yeah.
See,
that's
in my high school, I'm pretty sure that the event diagram of the Pokemon kids and the anime kids was a circle.
Well, that's not necessarily. I think I probably would have been the type where if someone, like, listed Pokemon as the only anime they'd seen, I'd be like, you know, especially if they were specifically talking about the dub that they saw on television, I'd be like, I don't know if you've experienced anime in the same way.
You're
definitely
not
anime.
A weeb. You're not a weeb.
Yeah, you're not a weeb.
But, you know, that's probably
maybe an otaku, but you're not a weeb.
Remember when weeb was an insult?
Yeah,
it still is an insult. It's the same way nerd was an insult, and then you're just like, you know what? Yes, shut up.
Yeah, I remember like 2016. It's like, I'm not a weeb, I'm an otaku. And now it's like, yeah, I'm a weeb. So
I'm a
what?
weeb. Fight me, bitch. Yeah.
You can hang out like 2 terabytes of anime titties.
It's like, Nani-o?
Nani? That's all I gotta say. But yeah, man, Yu-Gi-Oh!
What about the 4Kids censorship in Yu-Gi-Oh? Well, the 4Kids censorship isn't anime. Like, that's not anime, that's America. But Yu-Gi-Oh! Itself was an anime, yes.
Freeze,
Well,
we have
like,
invisible
Japanese
guns.
edition, guns pointed at people. American, aggressive finger pointing.
Exactly. That was what I was about to point out.
I find it funny that America, the land of, like, I want my guns, censors guns on television.
Yep.
I know, right? It's weird, but it's fun. It's funny because it makes for pretty hilarious moments in anime sometimes. You know?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you look back on
You know, like that one episode of Pokemon where they had guns pointed at each other's faces and Meowth dressed as Hitler.
I still remember the censorship back in my day. The censorship when I was a kid wasn't about editing the footage. I mean, they may have edited the footage, like they might cut out a whole scene or like leave out an episode, but they weren't going to like take the animation into editing room. Instead, they used the power of vocal persuasion. And they were like, these are jelly donuts. They don't look anything like jelly donuts, Brock. These are jelly donuts.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember,
Boy,
like...
these donuts are great. Jelly filled are my favorite.
Jelly
Nothing beats a
filled are
jelly
my favorite.
donut.
Yeah, like they didn't, like back in the day, they didn't change the image to make them look like jelly donuts. They just constantly hammered it into your head. These are jelly donuts. Don't question
real
the
funny
fact
thing-
that they look like rice.
I subscribe to a YouTube channel named Lost Paws, and he reviews his subreddit every week, and his subreddit runs with it. Like, every week there's at least one jelly-filled donut meme, or someone will sneak a rice ball into the corner of one of the images.
I watch this channel, Binging with Babish, and it's a cooking show. And one of the things they do is he does like cooking based on television and movies. And one April Fool's episode, he did 2, where he tried to make jelly-filled donuts that looked like onigiri, and it was hilarious, like him trying to make it work. And then, you know, he has another episode where he's like, so apparently these were rice bowls and not jelly-filled donuts, you know, and he pretends like he bought it wholesale.
Hey guys,
Yeah,
I'm gonna put
another Pokemon example from after they started editing the footage. There was a scene in the Japanese anime where a rice ball is rolling down the hill. Ash catches it and he says, "A rice ball?" Guess what they changed it to in the American dub?
Donut!
A Subway sandwich.
Oh my god.
Oh!
Like a
Please
whole,
keep it consistent, make it a donut!
Out of
like a whole
all
sandwich
things.
bouncing down the hill, somehow not breaking open and spilling everywhere.
Right?
Guys, I put a picture in general you
It
need
just
to see.
it's like a sandwich.
There's a picture in general I need you to see. It's Knife using that cardboard box bed that we made her, and it's adorable.
I gotta see it. Hold on.
Let's
Aw.
see, hold on. Oh, look at her being all prim.
She's like,
Where?
"What? This is
She's
my
like, this is my
withdrawal
box.
bed." She's so adorable.
I mean, hey, it
Is
works.
that- oh, that's a new
Grateful.
collar.
Oh yeah, we put a new collar on her. The other one, well, I forget what we were doing, but like I had another one to chill. I gotta look up the policy over here of like if indoor cats get outside.
Yeah, well, I mean, the policy is going to be the whole scanner for a microchip. That's the thing. That's why, like, when you moved out, I'm like, must change information. Not that it would have been the worst case if they'd called me. Like, it's like, hey, we've got your cat. I'm like, no, you don't. Hold on.
They'd be like, "How did your
Let me
Arizona
contact Heather."
cat get all the way to Florida?" And you're
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Did she freaking that one movie with the cat and the 2 dogs thing?
Homeward Bound,
Yeah, what did she homeward bound this shit?
right? I mean, that was whenever I did lost and found calls. Whenever I'd get a phone number that was out of state, I'm like, but I'd always be like, huh, they must have moved. You know, but then sometimes I'd call the microchip company and they'd be like, the last known address is in like Utah, and I'm like, yeah. Somehow I feel like the information's not up to date. She's like, yeah, I think that's probably a good bet.
I agree.
Hey, sweetie, who do you ship Ash with?
Yes, I see that question, Misty or
Oh, God.
Serena. Well, I am a Poke shipper, Ash and Misty. Also, partially because I only watched like 1 or 2 seasons. I don't even know who the hell Serena is.
She was the female protagonist for Pokemon X and Y.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
I did not get that far.
yeah. The show was
I-
shipping
Ship
that.
Ash with Misty. Dang it.
I ship the Team Rocket with the Team Rocky, Jesse, and James. You know, like, bruh.
I used to ship them too, but now that I'm older, I'm like, I don't know. I feel like James is just like the gay best friend. Like,
Okay, you do have a point there. Okay, Ash Ketchum and James.
And James?
No, age gap, age gap, age gap is gross.
You know,
Yeah, although I think canonically they're technically only a few years apart, but still,
I'm sorry, what?
aren't like Jesse and James only like, I don't know, in their early, mid-teens or something?
I feel like James. There's
I
no
know
way.
James was engaged before he ran away to join Team Rocket.
Yeah, but this is Japan. Kid getting engaged
Fair.
with their kids.
I know. Look.
I feel like there was a time where I saw a clip where Meowth mentions, I think, like, because Jesse and James are like, oh, you know, we're older, we know better, and then Meowth's like, oh, you're only this old, and, like, seeing the internet explode at that. I don't know. Let me see.
How are Jesse and James 15?
Yes, it's something like that, where they're Jesse and James ages. Tell me your secrets, internet.
Well, you know, Ash is 10 in this series, and 50. I don't know. That's the
Oh,
same as me.
Jesus.
That's me and Bronny's age gap. So, like, wait till he's older.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess Google tells me that they're 20, so I guess I'm wrong. I don't know. I felt like there was a
There seem to be many conflicting reports.
conflicting reports on this. Yeah.
Like,
Somebody
But,
The only
yeah,
thing
there it is. It's like
is
in
10.
the Japanese version, James states that he and Jesse are 5 years older than Ash and his friends. So
I guess it's because
Yeah.
America went like they seem a little too mature, like especially Jesse.
no, this is in the original Japanese.
Oh,
I think in the American dub they probably went the opposite direction. I went, no, these are terrible adults. Don't trust anyone.
Meow, that's right.
Yes.
man, how
Heather, I saw someone in the background, by the way. Who was that?
It's probably just Bronny skulking around like
Tell-
a weirdo.
Oh, tell Bronny I said hello.
Bronny! Coon says hello.
that walk, man. I'm sorry, I'm like
Summon
three,
the
I'm like
ancient one.
3
you
seconds
could be Juan
behind.
Putin mean
You
for
better not
that.
freaking break my walls.
Shit.
What?
Okay.
Hold on. I didn't realize Bronny was a member of the Apple family.
I mean, look at the way he
Wouldn't
walks.
surprise me much.
Look at the way he walks. He's an Apple family person. Shit.
You know, definitely one of the earthiest Earth ponies I know.
A bit too earthy. I said
What do
it.
you guys think
Careful,
of her
Heather.
name?
Coop, what?
Beautiful.
Now, to avoid copyright claims, I will say that she is Trixie inspired.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright,
I'm
here we
sure
go.
Hasbro will be
I
at
feel
your
like
door any
I'm-
minute.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell him.
I feel like I'm suddenly going to have a lot more teacups than I thought I did.
Teacups.
What?
By the way, guys,
Oh, because of the episode. Okay, sorry. That was a slow.
Teacup.
The loading bar took a while there for a second. I got you.
excuse me. Sorry, I've been drinking beer.
How dare you? Are
Hey,
you
me
old enough
too.
I'm only 25.
All right, I guess I'll allow it then.
I'm 26
Hell
now.
yeah.
Yeah, you're
Heather.
in. You know what's great about the age you're at, Heather?
What?
You're in your late 20s.
Ah, shit.
Well, thanks for reminding me.
Right?
My
You can't say mid 20s anymore. You're in your late 20s. I guess you
Schnikey,
technically could say mid 20s, but it'd be a lie.
I'll be 21 3/4 in about 2 weeks.
You know,
Oh God, you guys are young.
I'm gonna be
dude,
26 in September 8th, and yeah.
Is this the point in time where I have to start lying about my age because I'm a woman?
Some people do.
I don't know. Wait until you're 30. Let's see.
Yeah. When you're 30, whenever people ask me about my age, it's like, "How old are you?" I'm like, "Old enough where I have to think about it for a second."
To be fair, I almost
Dude.
forgot about my own birthday this year. Like, a lot was going on before all this bullshit had happened. And I'm like, oh shit, this is the weekend before my birthday. I better make a cake and make plans.
It's funny. I'm at 25, and I'm already like, holy shnikes. Where did half my life go?
We're a quarter of the century into our lives.
Yep.
So you know what I did?
What'd you do?
I quit my job. That's what I did.
Oh, bro. Are you cool with
Yeah.
that?
But then I found other options. I just did an interview recently, and then I got another interview on Monday. So hell yeah, things are moving
Nice.
quickly actually.
Okay, that's great.
Yay.
Yeah, hell yeah, and they're actually jobs that get better pay than fucking.
Nice.
Why is what do you call it? Why is market that way? It's like, hey, yeah, you get benefits, but you get shit pay.
Yeah, that's the job I have right now. It's like fantastic benefits. Your pay is crap though.
Yeah, it's like, hell yeah, can I at least pay for my car? Barely. Can you eat?
Yeah.
Probably.
You
But
go to
hey,
the food bank, though.
If you die, your family gets hella nice life insurance.
Hell yeah.
Time to
$200 out of your paycheck every week or every couple weeks is going to your retirement.
Now my only problem with that is it's just me.
Right? It's like that's fantastic, but you know, since you're not paying me a lot, those $200 are really important.
Can I take them now? Nah, they're in
Yeah,
pencils
like,
now,
no.
brah.
Yeah, I was like, nope, sorry, not optional. Okay.
So yeah, I quit.
I'm sure I'll appreciate it when I'm older and I have that money.
When you're
I'm
like,
just gonna starve now, but I'll be starving when I'm young, so it's okay. My metabolism can handle it.
screw the prime of your life.
Exactly. That is sort of it. Screw the prime of your life. Yeah.
Prime. It's not going to be that prime now, is it? You got to pay for that premium.
Yeah.
Like Amazon Prime, man. Everybody knows about it.
You know what I want to do?
Hey, take over the world?
No, but maybe. But I wanted to do something with. I'm thinking about my plushie right now, so sorry to deviate the topic, but I think I have. I hope I have it. Because I'm looking at a reference of Trixie as I'm doing this.
Oh shit, there's a brownie coming.
He's coming.
He's not coming.
Okay.
He hates showing his face on stream.
It's funny because like he has that stance the whole
He
time.
does. He's got this walk like he's coming to get you.
Yeah, it's very intimidating, and me as a male person feels intimidated and scared. It brings up my fight and flight mechanism. You know what I mean? Like, you guys ever get the feeling like, oh, he's coming this way. At least he's not T-posing.
Oh, I do have them. I have.
What do you have?
I have star buttons. And I was thinking of putting star buttons on her butt and just putting a little string below it, because her cutie mark is a wand and a little magical thing. And so, you know, that's just an easy way of making her cutie mark if I want to.
How American. I saw the colors.
That's probably what I saved it for, because
right.
I had this shawl I had started with, like, this yarn that was very patriotically colored, but I could never find more of the yarn, and I never finished the shawl. So that sucked, but, you know, now I have these cool supplies.
Did we just say Trixie is American?
Yes.
Did we just say Trixie is American?
Yes.
Oh,
Get your freaking hearing checked!
boo.
Just don't acknowledge it. Act like it didn't happen. It pisses
Apple
me off.
shirt. Look at him go.
Dude, this
with his
freaking chain
apple
of,
shirt.
like, stores named Publix has really freaking great apples. Like, they're the big ones. The big old good ones. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that place is kind of pricey, but I like going there for fruit.
Dude, Heather, come back to California. I know a lot of places that have yarn and all the good stuff. Like Joann's,
Ooh.
Hobby Lobby, Joann's. Did I forget to
know
mention
lots of
Hobby Lobby?
Joann's. But you forgot to mention Joann's.
Oh shit, yeah, the Joann's across town. That one too.
I haven't been to too many fabric stores since I've been here. Because, like, well, I mostly go to stuff that's on my way to and from work these days. Other than Walmart. They have, like, a Hobby Lobby somewhere, but I try not to go there as much. I'm sure there's a Michael's somewhere and a Joann's, but they're all, like, out of the way. It's so spread apart. But I have a car, so I can go to these places if I really, really want to.
Freaking Florida, man. I mean, what am I to say?
Florida. I will say, these are the worst drivers I've ever seen in my life.
I heard Houston's worse.
I don't
Houston, Texas, that city.
I sure the hell don't want to find out.
Because
Because it's already pretty bad. I got people not signaling, merging in places they really shouldn't be merging, people running red lights. I see it all. I've never honked so much in my life, or have just heard honking so much.
Jesus.
You do not want to drive around here.
It's weird because here in California, nobody honks. They show verbal anger, like they show physical anger through their dashboard. They're like, that motherfucker just cut me off. No honking, just okay. I see how it is. You can go in front. You can go in front.
That's fine.
Welcome to LA.
I guess
I'll just complain about you in quiet
Yeah.
silence.
Exactly. It's like, I'm just going to angrily tweet about you.
Yeah, exactly. And then I'm gonna upload you on YouTube as Stupid Drivers of LA.
Right?
That's
Actually,
I'm gonna
uploaded
start
a video.
TikTok, you asshole.
It's funny. I actually uploaded a video called "The Mentality of LA Driving." You do stoop to the LA mentality. You know what I mean, Bronny?
Yeah, I gotta hop in real quick just to say this is that just yesterday, when I was on my way home from work, I watched a guy jump the median, and because in Orlando we have one-way traffic pretty much everywhere. So this guy jumped the median to turn left into a gas station. I was parked at the intersection right next to an officer. We both saw this happen, I'm pretty sure. I'm like, that guy's getting arrested right now. And then nothing happened.
The officer did not give enough of a shit.
Oh man, it's funny because most LA police do the same crap that
They
LA
do.
drivers do. Like,
yeah, like
it's funny, they'll
I'm
be
so
speeding.
used to LA cops not giving a shit because they're like, yeah, I'd do the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. They'll pull over the guy that's next to him, that's going at least a mile faster than him. Not the guy who just literally cut through 50 lanes, went over the median, using the back lane because like, oh shit, I gotta go back home and get my vegan latte. I don't know,
Right.
whatever Los Angeles people do.
Basically,
I'm glad I live outside LA and I can go in and just embrace the thing that is LA, the thing that is LA.
Thing that is LA.
Well, hey, enjoy your arrest-free shoplifting while you're there.
Hell
I
yeah.
was gonna say anything. If you were gonna say crime-free when relating to Los Angeles, you were very wrong.
Yeah, I was about to wait. I was about to be like, bruh.
Yeah.
I mean, this is okay. Not even just the city. This is the state of California. We're talking.
Right?
You hold the problem with uniparty rule.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Exactly. I'm just glad.
Actually,
I live
let
in
me
a
look up the
city.
Electoral College for that.
Oh no, California. I mean, actually, did you guys hear recently that California lost a seat?
I think I did hear that.
They lost on the electoral seat or something like that. And I think the states that gained were Florida, Texas got 2. I think Ohio got 1.
I think
a
it
couple
makes
others got 1.
sense because a lot of people are immigrating out of California because it's too expensive for them to live there. I hear it all the time,
Yeah.
and I'm one of them.
Yeah, I
Hell
know.
yeah.
I'm like, I can't say I'm not. I can't agree.
Help, guys, help.
Get out. That's all we can tell you. Just get out. Well, your bank account has anything left.
Coon,
That
if
is
you
true.
come over
I
here,
could just jump.
come over here, get a job. We'll rent out the mill to you. Just be cool, man.
I'm down. Shit. When do I start? I have like $8,000 in my bank account right now.
Oh shit.
That's
If you're
plenty. I'm like, that's
legitimately
plenty.
serious,
Did I just say that? Did I just say that online? I mean, I have $8. This is California. What are you talking about? What?
taxes, bro. But if you're
Yeah.
But if you're serious, talk to me and Bronny about it. I've known you for years. I trust you.
Okay. Coon and Spencer can share that mill. Oh, okay. I do not like driving through Houston. It's funny. I've watched YouTube videos of people driving through Houston. They're like, "Wow, this city just brings the state down, just like how LA brings the state down." Oh man, there's similarities going on. Maybe I shouldn't.
It's almost as if massive cities have massive problems that the rest of the state just doesn't have for some reason. What a shocking concept.
Oh yeah, just move to Silicon Valley, man.
Look, the only reason I am in Silicon Valley ever is because that's where my VPN is targeted.
Shit. I mean, shoot. I think I have to pay Heather like $10 because of all the cursing.
Yes, do it.
We have to wait till
All
after the stream.
Oh, Coon, did you hear about my
Hold
cat?
on, I've got to get your PayPal link so I can send it to a certain bird.
Aw.
Well, I mean, I'm sending it to Heather either way. I kind of randomly send her
Do
money at random times, anyways.
Do it.
Well, no, we're gonna wait after the stream because then that way we can tally it up. I don't want to keep sending money to the point where Chase Bank goes, "Hey, bro, you keep sending money, so we're gonna lock your account for a little bit."
Well, we need to get Heather a Streamlabs set up so that she can have a tip jar and 50 graphics and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, all that
yeah.
stuff where it's like super obnoxious anytime someone gives you money. Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh my god.
Actually, Heather, I figured out how to do that without using Streamlabs OBS, just doing it in regular OBS. So,
Oh, we'll have to discuss
Ooh,
this.
how? Because Streamlabs starts pissing me off sometimes. I want to kill it. So if I could go back to regular OBS, that'd be lovely.
the short version is that you have to do it as a browser source, and there's a URL you paste in, and that brings it up. I actually had to switch back because I was going to use a add-on called Tuna, where you can feed it music files, and it will list the title and the artist somewhere on the stream in a text box. Unfortunately,
yeah.
my internet is a little too bucking terrible to do anything with, so it didn't work very well.
Yeah, I saw that. I think I installed it for a half a second and then uninstalled it because I'm like, I'm never going to use it.
Oh yeah, I'm working to get into the USPS. That'll be cool to work in. I like how you guys are, like on something else. And I just go, yeah, I should go for the UPS. USPS.
USPS, do it.
Yeah, I've actually been trying to do it, but
That's-
it's harder than you think it is. Like, geez, but once you get in, you're set, bruh. So I'm like, dude, like, bruh. No, don't do that. Why are my headphones going into auto shutdown? No.
Don't die.
No. Don't do this, headphones. All right, maybe if I. Okay. Staying alive.
Staying alive.
You can't really stay alive here in California, unless you're rich. Then by all means.
Well, I mean, you guys, your weather isn't trying to kill you, at least.
Yeah, for the most part, but Mother Nature still finds its ways around. You know, earthquakes and all that.
And all that fire.
Fires, all that good stuff. But the fires usually only, affect the rich who are on the hills. The fires and landslides. It's like, why did you put a house on a hill? Oh, because you could afford to do so? Well, guess what?
God
Welcome
said, "What the
to-
fuck? Stop messing with my hills."
Yeah,
One day there will be an
Yeah.
earthquake, a landslide, and a forest fire at the same time, and we'll see a rising middle finger from the earth.
Don't
Basically.
forget, and don't forget a slight rain chance. You know, like just
Yeah, slight chance of rain.
chance.
And that's like when all the people in LA go, oh,
They're like, we're
Is
screwed.
that LaCroix? Why is LaCroix falling out of the sky?
Freaking
no.
Florida, we're raining LaCroix
I have
like
to tweet
every
about
week.
this.
Man, LA's a sad, hollow version of itself. You know what I
I
mean?
love LA. I went back recently and I was like, I miss LA. And then before I left, I bought gas right before I left. I'm like, oh, screw LA.
Exactly right. I mean, it's funny because this is all across California too. I'll just be here, in my hometown. Oh man, I just felt that in the bank account, bro.
Right? Like, because
The only
whenever
part
I
of
go to
LA
LA,
I've
I
ever
stay
seen
with
is
my
LAX.
dad.
Yeah, trust me, you don't need to see much. You can probably go check out downtown, Beverly Hills, Santa Monica. Other than that, maybe Koreatown.
Oh, K-Town's great, and Little Tokyo's good.
Yeah, I go to Koreatown at least once a week because it's like I'm down to get something Korean. Why not? Because it's like a hop, skip, and a jump. I mean, I wouldn't say it's a hop, skip, and a jump for me. It's still a far drive, but it's close enough where I'm like, it's Koreatown.
It's
like
a,
going to
a triple
Oxnard.
jump.
Yeah, exactly.
A quadruple jump to be common because there's like three
triple long
overpasses
jump.
to go through. Yeah, I have like three overpasses I have to get over. I got to get over the Santa Susana, then it's over whatever the hell the other one is. Then the one that goes into downtown. Then it's like, yeah, I'm there. Why is there half the city living on the streets with it?
I will say, LA gave me a good first impression when I was there. I call it a shiny ponyta.
It
Oh
does
yeah.
exist.
I love when
And
the
I
colors
didn't have a
change.
great impression the last time I was there, but that was Australia's fault.
Yeah, and I gotta say, just knowing the colors here change to just a blaze is nice. It's a nice change of pace from brush just being dry and dead. It's nice, a nice change.
Guys, what do you think of Trixie?
Trixie is very sexy. See what I did there?
You.
I think I need to hide all my maps immediately.
I wonder if my family hears me because I am downstairs.
You should probably ask. I think her hair has a nice little spade to it. I'm gonna give it a little twist right here. Maybe that'll give it a little bit of a curl.
Nah, I won't ask. I'd rather them go. What the hell is he talking about?
And be like, hey guys, can you hear me? It's like, now we can, asshole.
Exactly. When are you moving out? I don't know.
Well, I don't know. We move out now.
I mean, sure.
Shit!
Gotta get that mill ready for them. They're coming to get you, Heather.
They can give me that money first.
Yes.
That'll be $35.95.
It's more of a silver star. Get over here. By the way, it's give it a second. Give it a second. Give it precisely, Give it precisely, 10 seconds until the last 10 minutes of the stream.
Oh. Yes.
2, 1, 0. Okay, last 10 minutes of the stream, last 10 minutes of the stream. Any last minute comments, questions, or concerns, please bring them down for roll chat until the next stream.
Charles B says, "Can we see Knife tonight, please?"
I would, but I don't want to give her any stress. If she comes around, she comes around. You know, she needs a big old break after all the trauma from this week.
Yeah, true,
Yeah.
true.
I want to push her.
And if she's sleeping in
She's
the
in her
box I
box.
put together for her, I don't want to interrupt. I put together a box.
Charles B also asks, "Do you and Bronny have to go far to work?"
Bronny does. I don't so much. It's usually just 15 minutes for me.
Yeah, by the way, where are you working? I realize I never asked.
The executive office of a very popular chain of cafes. I'll tell you the exact name later, but you know, privacy.
Cool. Sounds like a plan.
If you see my Facebook, you'll see what it is, actually.
Oh yeah, I suppose I could do that. I could Facebook stalk you. 1 second.
Maybe I should open my Facebook back up. Oh God, I don't want to see 2016 Facebook again. That's when I left Facebook. I think it's like beginning of 2017, end of 2016. I left Facebook because let's just say I have some interesting friends that are very
That's
political.
Yeah, it'd be like that.
And I was that kind of person back then. I kind of want to, you know, at least inch away from it. At least inch away.
Well, I'm very happy for you, girl, that you got the. I'm just gonna say that you are the administrative assistant.
Yes.
Hell yeah, good job, Heather. Can I get a position of whatever chain you're in when I get there?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Probably.
My resume is pretty, you know, extensive and nice, at least in the past 4 or 5 years.
You got any experience in tech?
A little bit. I did get a certificate in computer operations, and let me tell you, computer operations ain't much, but it's something.
I believe
Oh,
it.
Brandon.
Hey, Brandon.
Wow, you are very loud. Well, let me lower that.
I see how it is. Hurt my feelings. Sorry to bring out the Californian.
He's used to it.
So we were
Right.
talking about histories, and hey, it's Burning Donut. I haven't seen you in a hot minute.
Burning Donut came in? No way.
Yeah.
He's never in here.
Oh yeah. He asks of yes.
Yes.
Oh my
what he's
god,
referring to.
Donut, how you
Yes.
doing, fam? I haven't
Yeah,
heard from you forever.
It's
Holy
a
crap.
donut. A very,
It's a burning
very,
donut.
yeah, a very badly tasting
Donut,
donut.
I got something to show you, Donut. Hold on one sec. I gotta show you something. I that picture I bought from you of the BMX bunny, I still have her, and she's in a frame.
Oh.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, I still have her. She's a great piece of art, and I put her up in my room.
I hope that doesn't show Brawny's face. Just when you move the camera, he should be fine.
I don't think there's no chance you see his face.
Yeah, we already seen his face. I'm pretty sure the internet's seen it.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Yeah.
everyone's seen it, but he swears no one has.
I've seen it. All I
He
can
He
say
shows it
is,
in both his review of the first episode of the LLP and the season 2 finale.
And
all
also
I-
anytime he has like con footage.
that
And his Legend of Everfree review.
yeah. And one thing I will say is, I'm surprised how he can look so old, but yet so young and plump like a child. You know, like
It's
he has
the
the
beard.
beard of an old guy, but
He's
yet
gonna
has-
break your spine with his skull.
It sounds, I don't know, it sounds like you're lusting after him.
I like, yeah, exactly. It's a compliment to him. It's like, dude, you manage the unmanaged that adult men can't really pull off these days. Kinda, sorta. I don't know. It's
Well,
a
we're both
compliment.
living in the mother-in-law suite. I'm gonna look over and see your bed with a dent, formed by the dent in your back from Brawny's skull print.
Oh shit, man.
Also, I
Is
ship
that a
too.
child? Is that a child skull print?
Or is it
Oh.
old man's culprit? We'll never know.
Okay, so Brawny, let this be heard. That's Brandon that said that. He stooped that level. I'm just giving you compliments here.
Look, I don't know how old the sculptor is, but it definitely looks like that of an Earth pony.
Oh no, is it a neon colored, like brightly green colored, blue, or
Ronnie's brown.
Oh no, Kuhn's talking about his OC.
Oh.
Good. Okay, I'm good. Oh man. But yeah, I'll definitely, keep that in consideration if you guys give me an option for Florida. I mean, even though Brawny told me please don't come to Florida, but yeah, Florida I kind of put on the table with the other groups of states I'm kind of deciding on.
Yeah, we have it on the table right now, but it's
Yeah. It's a maybe, yeah.
It's a maybe.
I mean, if we were going to do a drastic measure, I wouldn't mind sharing a house with both you two, Kuhn and Brandon.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are all friends. Y'all like each other.
I mean, I know Brandon, but here, Spencer, we still got to know each other enough where we can deal with each other's BS. You know what I mean?
Well, know each other then.
All right, so Spencer,
Yeah,
well,
very intimately.
tell me, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
You know, I don't know about
In
the
Connecticut.
Where?
Oh, relatable, dude.
Unfortunately, I don't have enough of a foresight to know where I'd be in 5 years.
I see myself working with this business for like the next 5 years, maybe manager.
You gotta know what you're gonna say on the interview.
Yeah, I've been doing interviews, so forgive me.
He's trained. He's prepped for any question now.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I always say to that question is like, where do you see yourself in 5 years? It's like, I'm applying to a new job. I don't know where I'll be in a few months.
Exactly. Like I remember when.
Clearly, my life is in flux right now. So
Listen, I really know where I'm going to be in 5 minutes, okay?
You tell me. Am I getting this job or not? Because that very much affects my answer.
Yeah, like it's funny because I remember working at the market. I'm gonna, be. No, stop doing this, headphones. Freaking A.
Yeah.
They keep trying to auto shut down on me.
Here's the thing, I'm hopeful wherever I move, I can move there to a different Dollar General with my Connecticut pay. That would be great.
That
Oh,
would be
yeah.
nice.
That's normally
I
what you
would
try to
love-
do is transfer your job.
I would love to keep my California pay in any other state but New York. I know I'm good.
Oh yeah.
Does California pay, even though it's kind of like shite here, $14 an hour is minimum, but I know like in Texas or Florida that's like double their pay or something.
Double their minimum. Yeah, that's the thing. When I moved to Arizona, people were trying to tell me to move to other states, and I remember like Bliss was like, "Move to Texas." I'm like, "Okay." She's like, "Texas is affordable." It's like, it is affordable. Look at your minimum rate, minimum wage, real quick. Notice that it's like $5 higher in Arizona. So no, I will not be moving to Texas. Good thought though.
It's funny, it's interesting though, because when I was looking at the USPS as like an option for a job, I realized that they pay the same everywhere. So I looked at, I think it was I typed in delivery, and they said like you get paid $18 an hour in California, right? But then I'm like, all right, let me check that out in Texas. $18 an hour? Okay, let me check that out in Alabama. $18 an hour? Wait a minute.
Yeah, right? Shit.
Yeah.
Move to like Wyoming or some crap. You'll be a millionaire.
Exactly, and just do a couple towns out on the side. Because I heard doing the rural delivery is actually they give you like $1 more because you're rural, which I'm like, dude, this is like if I get into USPS balls in the back, or I can just do IT. I don't know, 102. I'm this is us talking about jobs or whatever. That's because it's a government. Yeah, exactly. It's because it's a government job, Bronny. That's why I'm looking at it, going, dude, I'd do it.
Right.
I posted something in memes that is very relevant
Ronnie,
right now.
why don't you become a mailman?
I want to.
Wear those shorts.
I want to be like, how's it going, fellow neighbor? I'm your guy who gives you mail. What attracted you to our company? Well, I heard you pay
Did you
money.
pay money in exchange for work? Yeah.
That's, I mean, if you put it that way, they kind of go, "Oh yeah, we do that, huh?"
Right.
We forgot because we don't pay you enough to live. So it's kind of like we
Now-
don't.
Now, can you give me a livable wage? We'll think about that. No. Have a great day. Yeah, that laugh, I felt it.
Yeah.
Ronnie says he doesn't get vacation. Yeah, I don't either. It's just called I don't show up for work for a week and they don't pay me for that week.
Yeah. Yeah. Ouch.
I'm
Yeah.
surprised the benefits for a government job aren't that good.
I get vacation, but I also get a guilt trip with that vacation, which kind of sucks. Because I've recently been given new responsibilities at work, which is great, except for, when I went on my trip to visit my family, they were giving me a guilt trip up the wazoo about leaving them. And I'm like, well,
Oh yeah, I'm getting
suck
that
it
a
up,
lot.
buttercup. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, exactly. Trust me, I'm getting that a lot. They're like, bro, your family's in California. Maybe take Hawaii? And I'm like, well, yeah, but Hawaii's expensive too. So.
Oh, no, they were like, oh, I can't believe you're going on vacation, blah, blah, blah. I was like, is there no way for you to, like, delay it or blah, blah, blah? And I'm just like, no. I put in my time for this space of time 6 months ago. Screw you guys. Bye.
Now, I got a question here because Bronny's like, the last time I checked, they don't get vacation. I actually applied once a long time ago. You're talking about USPS? Because I know they actually give me, because they give 10-day vacation now, and on top of that they give you sick pay. I think it's like 3 days, maybe a week. I don't know.
3 days is
But,
like standard.
Yeah, and I know like they're also very accommodating. And they said that if you've been with the company for at least a year or longer, they give you 2-week pay no matter what. Which to me, I'm like, oh, freaking the place I worked at give me 1 week, and then the second year they gave me another week, but then the third year they would give me 2 weeks. USPS sounds really nice to what I was, considering, you know.
I'll say my work does this really cool thing that I super appreciate. That I think you get 2 weeks vacation, standard, and it does roll over for the next year. Although there is a cap, I forget where that cap is. But if you basically it's like you can only have this many hours of vacation time, so use it before you lose it.
Yeah.
But another nice thing they do is I think we get a week sick time a year, and if we don't use it, it rolls over to our vacation time.
I see.
If we don't use sick leave for a whole year, then we get an extra week of vacation time.
Is it like an add-up, or are you basically just saying you got to use it, or you didn't use it?
Eventually, yes, but it's not at the end of the year. It's not at the end of the year thing, use it or lose it. It's like there's a cap of the number of hours you can have. And I think it's like something like if you have 200 or 300 or something. Actually, yeah, I think it's like if you have 300 hours of vacation time, you can't have more than that. So it's
That's
like
insane too.
Start actually using your vacation, you know.
They're like, yeah, go on vacation.
Go on vacation. You have a problem.
I know what's weird? The company I worked for, and apparently this was actually a very weird thing from them to say, and I could have actually like called them out on it. They said like, oh, you got to apply for the union if you want to keep this job, and I'm like, oh, okay. But then it turns out you didn't really need to apply for the union. I'm like, huh? So I didn't have to do dues? I could have kept that like $12.
Yeah, being forced to apply for a union is illegal.
Yeah, I'm like,
you do not need to apply to a union.
Then I'm glad I left that job.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's like that one job.
The union gives you nice perks, at least in my job anyway. They're like, if you're part of the union, you can get free community college or something like that. You know, you get nice perks, but you don't have to be part of it.
Exactly, because to me, I'm like, I'd rather not be part of it. Now, how do I get out of it? Is my question.
I was like, I'd like to be part of a union. No, I was like, I want to be part of a union. Oh, we'll just take some money out of your paycheck. Oh, I'd love to be part of a union, but I'm poor.
Exactly, I'm like,
oh. Which is kind of stupid because the union's supposed to help the poor.
Yeah. But it's not.
I can't afford to help the union. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It could be worse.
I appreciate what you do for me, though.
It could be worse. You could not be in the union. I mean, either way, it's a give and take.
Yeah.
You know, like, it is literally a give and take. Like, oh, you get in the union, you're paying your dues. But if you're not in the union, you get to keep that money either way.
Get the money, though.
which either way will end up probably paying for your medical anyways. I don't know.
Well, I mean, I have health insurance. Good Lord.
Yeah, same here. I mean, I'm on the Gold Coast plan, which is kind of like given to anyone who like makes below a certain threshold here in California. Which I'm like, oh, that's sweet, you know. But other than that, I don't know what's gonna be like if I move to like Texas or Florida. I know they have their options of benefits, but I don't know. Each state does their own. They do what they do.
Hey guys, I'm gonna cut in here only because like we're 5 minutes past the breaking point. It's the end of the stream. We can continue talking after this. I was just like, I should probably end this stream.
Sorry.
Oh hell yeah! Okay.
Yeah, this was a good stream. I thought we had some good.
Shut up.
I thought we had some good conversations. We spread the word about knife. I'm nearly done with Trixie here. So after I'm done with the little cutie mark idea I had, I'm gonna go ahead, take some pictures of her. I might post her on eBay tonight. I might post her tomorrow morning. Whenever I do, I will post it on my community tab on YouTube. I'll post it on Twitter. I'll post it everywhere I can to say that this plushie is on auction starting at $30. The proceeds will go to paying off my debt for the medical expenses for my cat and the new car repairs that I had to do this weekend. So, hooray! Thank you everyone for being here. Let's say goodnight in alphabetical order, starting with Brandon. Go first.
I was barely here, but good night.
Good night. Alright, who's next? Edits Coon.
Thank you for listening to my life story. Like and subscribe.
Emerald Spencer.
Good.
He's dead. He's dead.
Fantastic. We love it.
Say goodnight.
Nice. No. Move on to the next one.
I think my internet died for a minute. Whose turn is it?
It's
Your
Emerald's.
turn.
Okay, good night, everyone.
Sweet, you next.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Okay.
There's literally
If
no
you're at Everfree Northwest, go to my panels.
Hell yeah.
Hey! Good night, everybody. Like I said, great stream. I'll be posting the link for eBay for Trixie soon. If you don't want to bid yourself, go ahead and spread it as far as you can. Every little share and like helps. Thank you so much for being here tonight, and I will see you in the next one.
Oh yeah, Heather. Oh yeah, because of my cursing, I probably owe you like $30, man.
Hey, if you want to give me